The French horn is an alto or mid-ranged instrument pitched in the key of F. Though it's named after France, the instrument was actually developed in Germany and comes from a long history of what's called the hunting horn tradition. But you're not here for a history lesson, so let's talk about how to play and assemble the French horn. Assembling your horn is very simple, and for most of you will only involve taking your mouthpiece and putting it into the receiver of your lead pipe, like this. When you put your horn back in its case after you're done playing, you always need to remove the mouthpiece so that the case can close properly, and you don't risk bending or breaking your lead pipe or any other part of the French horn. Some of you may have a detachable belled instrument, which creates one additional step of screwing on the bell. Your bell is probably notched to line up with the threads, but if not, carefully turn the bell until you feel the threads start to interlace. You always want to be gentle screwing on and off your bell, as too much force or dropping something can seriously damage your instrument. Your horn is very fragile, so make sure that when you pick it up or set it down, you're doing so gently. Returning the instrument to its case when you're not using it is the safest way to store your instrument. But if you have to leave it out, it's better to put it on the floor than on your chair. That way it has nothing to fall off of. It's already on the floor. The last element of assembling your horn is the slides, which can be adjusted to help with tuning or taken completely out to empty water. The main tuning slides can be removed to empty water and will have the most impact on the pitch of your instrument. In general, you want these slides to be about 1/2 inch pulled out. The rest of your slides correspond with the rotor on your instrument. To remove these slides, depress the lever that is connected to the rotor and pull out the slide, like this. If you have a double horn, the back row of slides will also have an extra lever that needs to be depressed, called your trigger. To remove a back row slide, push down your trigger, push down the lever attached to that slide, and pull it out. Remember to keep the valve depressed when you put the slide back in. When you return these slides, try to keep them about 1/4 inch pulled out. As a general rule, your slides should never be pushed all the way in. Lastly, there are a few other parts of the horn that you'll need to know the names of. You've already learned the names of the mouthpiece, the receiver, and the lead pipe, as well as the main tuning slide. All of these parts lead into the main section called the valve cluster. This section contains your rotors that rotate and allow air into your slides. Attached to each valve is a lever, and on a double horn attached to your 4th valve is your trigger. Collectively, the valve cluster, slides, and the pipe surrounding it are called the body of the horn. And leading out of the body is the section where your right hand holds the instrument, called the bell or the bell flare. If you ever need to review these terms, they're all laid out in the Anatomy of the French Horn handout that accompanies this course.